Have you ever questioned why you're isolated? You may not be aware of it, yet it is related to your spiritual awakening. Keep watching, and you'll discover the link between your spiritual awakening and your loneliness. As the intensity of this transforming process increases, you may find yourself in a period of loneliness, isolated from the familiar ties of friends and family. This is not just a conscious decision on your side. Rather, it's a natural process directed by a higher power, as if the world has gradually paused the frantic connections and interactions that formerly defined your everyday existence. This period of seclusion coincides with the progression of your spiritual path, indicating a subtle transition in your trip. If you're wondering why you're alone, you should know that you're not intrinsically flawed. This unintended disengagement from social circles may be upsetting at first, but it is part of a larger plan. The universe appears to be organizing a moment for you to recalibrate, to halt and reflect on the significant changes that precede the spiritual awakening process. It's important to highlight that this period of inadvertent isolation does not reflect a permanent state of solitude or innate antisocial inclinations. Instead, it indicates that the route to spiritual awakening frequently entails a period of introspection, a brief break from the ordinary social dynamics. This phase allows you to align with internal changes and recognize the heightened sensitivities that have evolved during this transformative journey. Remember that this might be only one part of your spiritual awakening. As you traverse this phase of inadvertent seclusion, remember that it is an important part of your spiritual progress, offering a time for self-discovery and insight before re-engaging with the world in a more aligned and enlightened manner. Your present period of inadvertent seclusion may be affected substantially by your increased sensitivity at this point in your spiritual path. Let's look at the phenomena of increased sensitivity that typically occurs during a spiritual awakening. Following the increase in intensity, you may notice a substantial shift in how your senses perceive the world around you. It's more than simply your intuition. It's a complete transformation in how you view everything. Consider it as if a switch has been flicked, increasing the volume on your senses. This increased awareness might also apply to your environment. You could be more sensitive to the energy of specific locations or people. It is not about being overly careful or judgmental. It is about recognizing the small energy shifts that your increased awareness allows you to detect. Let's look at the bodily changes that accompany a spiritual awakening. You may notice changes in your nutritional habits. Foods that formerly appeared gratifying may suddenly seem weighty or energy-intensive. It's not about following a precise diet. It is an innate reaction to what your body needs to maintain this changing level of consciousness. A cup of coffee, once a soothing routine, may suddenly feel too much for your system. Coffee is not necessarily negative, but your increased awareness makes you more conscious of its effects on your energy levels. Certain meats and dairy items may no longer be appropriate for your energy levels. Your body, in its heightened sensitivity, gravitates toward choices that promote vitality and are consistent with your newfound understanding. Junk food high in preservatives and chemicals may lose attractiveness as your body grows more discriminating. Beyond dietary changes, your eyes may become more sensitive. You may see sparks or sparkles in response to energetic presences. Additionally, your ears may detect minor energy fluctuations that express as ringing or buzzing. It might be a recognition of the energetic currents around you. This increased sensitivity is not a problem. Rather, it is an attunement of your physical body to the changing vibrations of your spiritual awakening. During this stage, spending time in crowded or chaotic surroundings can be physically tiring. It's an acknowledgement that your increased sensitivity makes you more vulnerable to the energies found in such places. It may be difficult for you to connect with the drama and unconsciousness that other people appear to be comfortable with. It is not about passing judgment. It acknowledges the developing nature of your consciousness. The people around you may still be absorbed in the complexities of their life, tolerating turbulence and drama to an extent that overwhelms your newly developed sensitivity. It is not about separating oneself from supremacy. It acknowledges that your tolerance for turmoil has changed, and you may require times of seclusion to achieve balance. While others may be okay with high levels of drama, your expanding consciousness may prefer serenity and calm. This does not imply that you should isolate yourself indefinitely. It's about knowing when you need to take a break, recharge, and reconnect with yourself. Self-awareness is essential for negotiating the difficulties of shifting sensitivities. This phase is not a permanent condition, it's a journey of self-discovery, figuring out the limits of your newfound sensitivity and learning to exude good energy even in crowded environments. If you are currently without friends or relatives, consider it not a setback, but maybe a blessing in disguise. This phase gives you the time and space you need to think on yourself, which is an important step on your journey to becoming a more awakened person. This period is not a symptom of social inadequacy. Rather, it represents a shift towards self-discovery. During this period, you will be able to delve deeper into your expanding awareness without being distracted by external factors. It is not a permanent separation, but rather a brief retreat that allows you to grasp and integrate the changes taking place within. The exterior world, with its own pace and turbulence, may feel extremely tiring. Embracing seclusion becomes a kind of self-care, a method to recharge and achieve equilibrium in the midst of overwhelming sensory inputs. It is not about avoiding contacts, but rather understanding when seclusion is required to fit with your increased sensitivity. It offers a unique chance for contemplation. Away from other influences, you can explore the depths of your ideas and emotions, obtaining a better awareness of your inner self. Eliminating external distractions enables you to increase your awareness. You become more aware of your thoughts, feelings, and subtle energy shifts inside and around you, resulting in a stronger connection with your expanding awareness. It also serves as a getaway to refuel your energies in the middle of stress and sensory overload. Moments of seclusion become critical for regaining equilibrium and keeping your newly acquired sensitivity. Isolation can bring the insight required to comprehend your mission and connect with your genuine self. It enables you to distinguish between cultural expectations and your inner calling, directing you along a more rewarding life path. The seclusion of isolation acts as a cocoon for human growth. As you progress through this phase, you lose old layers, revealing a more true and awakened version of yourself. Accepting loneliness necessitates endurance and inner strength. This practice of navigating isolation encourages the development of these virtues, preparing you to meet the obstacles of your spiritual path with renewed tenacity. This phase purposely creates an environment conducive to increasing your spiritual connection. It helps you to connect with the universe's subtle forces, promoting a harmonious interaction between your inner self and the larger spiritual realm. Consider this time a blessing, as it allows you to peel back layers and find elements of yourself that may have been obscured by external noise. Embracing seclusion becomes a kind of self-care, providing a break from external obligations and allowing you to cultivate your growing consciousness. If you like this video, please consider sharing it with someone you think might appreciate it. Feel free to share your opinions or experiences in the comments section below. Till next time.